Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter at the whiteboard. Topic of today is rulers. How do you read a ruler? So now that opens up a big question. Are we talking metric? Are we talking imperial? Apparently, there's only a few countries in the world that have adopted an imperial measurement and kept it. Now, I'll get to that in a second, but first, what many of us think about when we're measuring something is how many of some unit is the size of the item. Here in USA, we still use the imperial measurement, which is inches. Okay? And it's just a very simple method of measurement. Where it originally came from could go back to the old cubit measurement, hand width measurement, or even the foot. What was the average length of a person's foot? I don't know where it originally came from, but this is what we use. Now, is it the best? No. Is metric better? No. The best measurement is any measurement that can be set to a decimal point. Okay? Now, to me, fractions and inches make a lot more sense because everything was divisible by 2. So, for instance, let's just say that the imperial measurement was based on some person's foot and he has a bunion there. Okay? Well, let's say that that was where it established from. So you could measure things accurately by that unit of measure. How many of those was it to go from one village to another? How many of those did you need to have a house, a building, an office, whatever? So the foot needed to be refined. And so what they did was they divided it up into inches. So it was not perfectly divisible by 2 in so much as how they divided the foot by 12, I don't know. To me, it would have made sense to divide it in half, divide it in half again, divide it in half again, divide it in half again, and divide it in, and so on and so forth. That would have made sense to me. But they gave it a 12-inch denomination. Where that came from could be from the 12 months of the year. Don't know. The 12 signs of the zodiac. Don't know. Don't know where the 12 came from. But that's what they did. So they ended up creating 12 inches. And each of those inches now we're talking fractions. So 1/12 equals an inch. In the inch, if they divide it in half, that would be a ½ inch. They divide that in half again, that would be a ¼ inch. Divide that in half again, it would be an 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, 32nd of an inch, 64th of an inch, 128th of an inch. Okay? That's just simple fraction math. It's all divisible by 2. All right. Now, engineers like to measure things based on a decimal system. So they don't use fraction. They use tenths. So you have your foot, you've got 12 inches, and in each inch, they are divided by 10. And so you end up with tenths of an inch, or 0.1 of an inch. That's a tenth. Just like a dime is 10 cents, a tenth of a dollar, all right? Then you go from a tenth to a hundredth, which is 0.01 inch. They just divided that tenth by 10. And then you go to the thousand, 0.001 of an inch. And you can continue dividing that by 10 and get finer and finer and finer measurements for more and more accurate work. Now, dare I wander into the world of metric? I had a metric ruler here, and I don't see it at the moment, so we're going to have to wing this. So everybody grasp this. You have imperial measurement, and then what we probably should do is, while you're here, look at a ruler a little bit up close, and you'll see the middle lines are dividing it by a ½ inch, and then after that it breaks down further and further and further, and these are typically quarters, eighths, and sixteenths. So these are basically 1/16 of an inch, which for most carpentry, if you can get plus or minus a 16th, you're in pretty good shape. And then for the decimal, it's very simple. Whatever the inch is divided by 10, divided by 10, divided by 10. Now, what I find interesting, that poor guy had a pretty bad bunion there, is most tape measures, okay, have to be held in the right hand, and they are read from the left to the right. So if you are right-handed with a pencil, this gets awkward, because how do you measure something and mark it without having to do it left-handed? They do make right-hand reading rulers, or what you have to do is learn to read upside down. Okay? You have to learn to read upside down. Because if you read from this side, you can't use your right hand to mark. If you want to use the same tape measure, you have to learn to read upside down. So, the world of metric. I know imperial probably derived from either the foot, the cubit, or 2 cubits, which was a yard. And so 2 cubits could also be considered a meter, because a yard and a meter are very close in dimension. So metric is a form of decimal measurement. So in reality, metric, if adopted worldwide, would make more sense. However, getting there, they tried starting with me back in grade school, and it still hasn't changed. So you have the meter. Okay? 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters, or 100 centimeters, because there are 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. Centi standing for 10 centimeter. Okay? So there is another one in here, and I'm not sure if I'm right, and my metric friends will correct me, but I believe 10 centimeters, and somehow this is sticking up in my brain, equals is it decameter? I'm not sure. Decimeter. Maybe. But there's 10 of those to the meter. So 10 of these equals 1 meter. Then 1,000 meters equals a kilometer. Now, what's interesting is you don't even need to know a lot of this if you keep the divisible by 10 in your mind. So, for instance, if I look at a metric ruler, I don't care what you read. If you read 125 on a large number, actually, we shouldn't use 125. We should use something even. Let's say 12. And they happen to be centimeters. Well, you add a 0, and that gives you millimeters. If something reads 12,000, you divide that by 10, and you get 120 centimeters. Okay, so that would be millimeters, and that would be centimeters. Or 0.12 meters. So it's a very convenient mathematical system. And I guess it would be nice if the whole world went one way or the other. But I know this is just a tertiary look at measurements, but I want to talk a little bit too about geometry, but I want to talk about measurements first, because I did mention in another video a long time ago that it doesn't matter how big something is. It doesn't matter what it measures. Okay? As long as you have two pieces that are the same, if you're making some sort of a box or a frame, you have two pieces that are the same one way, two pieces that are the same the other way. You can build things without ever measuring. If proportionately they look good, what does anybody care what size it is? Now, you're building airplanes and cars and rockets, and you need something to fit into something else exactly every time when you're building these. That's where precision comes in. So that's about it for this one. If you're a newbie and you are working with imperial measurements, inches, feet, yards, miles, okay, you have to understand what you're reading on your ruler. So take a little time and look at a ruler. If it is imperial and fractional, it'll look like that. If it's imperial and decimal, an engineer square, everything in here is divided by 10, not divided by 2, but divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. Okay? And then if you're working in metric, you almost have to have your entire thought process in metric, because you're buying lumber, you're buying plywood, you're buying drill bits, you're buying screws that are all metric. And if somebody throws in an imperial, now you got to find out what that's the closest to. You know, like in wood chisels, almost all of these inexpensive wood chisels that were made and sold and are still being sold are coming out of factories that are metric. So they're not going to make two different sizes. They're not going to make half-inch and then 12.52 millimeters. Or they're not going to make 12 millimeter and then like 0.48 something inches. They're not going to do that. They just nominally call them 12 meter, half inch, 12 millimeter, half inch. Okay. 18, 19 millimeters is right around 3/4. 25.4 millimeters is an inch. So oftentimes we call a 25 millimeter drill bit and 1 inch and just make things fit. So I'm getting a little long-winded here and I want to let you go. So if you found something useful, helpful, maybe entertaining, give it the old thumbs up and share the video with people. But decide which measurement you're going to use or not, and learn how to read your rulers. It's not, well, let's see, it's 4 inches and a big line. No, it's 4.5. Or if it's 4.5 and a little bit smaller line, that's 4 3/4. You have to learn how to read your rulers. Walter out.